Hi guys, it's Patricia with Rooted in Faith, and it's been a minute, and haven't done a video in a while. And I decided I'm just gonna let you see the real me, the good, the bad, and the ugly. A little sense of humor there this Friday morning, or whenever you see this. But I'm trying to get back just to sharing. Whether anybody watches it or not, I don't know, but that's okay. And I just like to share things that show you part of what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do for my health. I'm gonna be 65. I'm recovering from a really bad injury I had in February. Sorry, my nose always itches when I'm on video. I don't know why. Sorry about that. That's very rude. But anyway, I'm making breakfast this morning, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my breakfast and talk to you a little about matcha, and something that a lot of people has heard about for a long time, and so have I. I've been around that rodeo before. I never really took it that seriously before. I've drank it before, had different kinds of products of matcha before, and I was going to show you which one I'm doing. Maybe put the link where I get it from, but I really like it. I wanted a bigger bag. I don't know if that many of you know that, buying matcha is not that cheap sometimes. Depends on what brand you use, if it's organic, whether it's ceremonial, whether, the company, the brand, depends on all that kind of stuff. And you don't get very much a lot of times. You think, how's that going to last me a month or so? But I decided to switch over from my medicinal mushroom coffee for a while. I'm still taking medicinal mushrooms, but I'm doing it in a different format, besides coffee. Because I'm trying to see if I have a little caffeine sensitive, and I can't really have my mushroom coffee and matcha in the same day. And I like both. But I tried to outweigh the benefits of the coffee versus what I'm trying to accomplish. And it's different from whoever is trying matcha or drinking coffee, whatever your reason. I love coffee. I used to wake up and that's all I thought about is when can I have my cup of coffee, because I really love it. But matcha is a really good form of antioxidants and other things that are good. It's great for folks that are preventative, maybe, or cancer, skin cancer. You just have to Google it. I didn't really write it down, a lot of it. And I know coffee is got a great benefits too, but the benefits for me of matcha outweigh my coffee. So I've been drinking the matcha. And I learned that you keep it in the freezer. I put mine, and I'm sorry if you can't see me because I'm trying to move around. I'm doing this with just a little stand in my kitchen. So, hold on for a minute. I'm going to show you this. And I'm keeping the bag of where I got it from, so that I'll know that I got it. I put it in here because sometimes these little bags right here, don't keep it as fresh. The zipper, like the things that you push down, are not as strong. And I found out from reading from several people that are really experts on matcha that sometimes it's good, instead of leaving it out on the counter in your cupboard, just to put it in the freezer and just take it out when you need it. It gets a little condensation. It's cold, but it stays dry in the glass jar. So this is where this is what I'm using now. Is from Jade Leaf, and it's organic matcha, and it's the culinary grade. It's not the ceremonial right now. Ceremonial, I wanted to try this one first, and then maybe later on do the ceremonial one, because it is a little bit more expensive for the ceremonial one. But I wanted to show you. I might bring my bowl here and my spoon. I'm putting it in one of my favorite mugs, which is this mug I have. I like clay or ceramic, but this is hand done. It keeps things a little bit hotter. So I'm going to put it in this mug, and I was going to show you on the stove, but I might see how this works, how we're doing this. So anyway, I was using 1 teaspoon, and I realized that it might not be enough to get the most benefits, since I'm only drinking 1 cup a day. So I'm trying to get to scratching my nose. For some reason on my video, it just makes my nose itch. Anyway, so I put it, and I used to have a little bitty, those little, those whisk things, those little wooden whisks. But I cannot find it. I hate it when you have so many things and you can't find it. So what I do is I'm going to use just this wire whisk. But a lot of people I see, they sift it before they mix it with water or hot milk. And I was going to see my teaspoon. And I know might be a little boring, but I was going to show you my breakfast too, what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to open it up. And I'm going to put it about 2 teaspoons per cup, like that. Just level it out. Put it in that little whisk. I'll show you my whisk in a minute. Let me get it in here. I don't want to waste any of this good stuff. Alright. It wants to stick to my spoon. Well, I'm going to try to put it, make sure I get all of it out. There we go. Because once you get matcha, you realize you want all of it. It's all the goodness, all the green goodness. So I use this little bitty sifter, and I just, I'm trying to get where you can see it. I'm not the best camera person, guys. It's just me. Please be patient. And it makes it a little bit, the powder a little finer. When it comes out, you could tap it, I'll try to tap it right here, like I do my big sifter with my palm of my hand, until I get it all out. And I can use my finger if it gets a little clumpy. Before I found out about the sifter, because I thought, why should I have to sift matcha? But everyone I see is using a little sifter. I guess maybe it dissolves, because mine was dissolving pretty good, because get all of it out. I wish I could pour hot water on my finger, right? So that's good. And what I do is I have electric kettle. I'm sorry I'm turning my back on you, but trying to get you in this shot. So I just put a little bit of water in there, hot water. And I usually do, I tried the milk, regular whole milk. But for me, milk tends to, I gain weight with milk. So what I'm going to do is just whisk it. All the powder. I like it to get a little frothy. I don't go in the bottom, but what I do is I use mostly hot water, and I use heavy whipping cream at the end, and I put a little bit of my collagen powder in there. I always put my collagen powder in my coffee, but it does just as great in my matcha as well. And it dissolves really good. I don't know if I showed you the collagen I'm using, but I don't like just to talk about my products all the time. Y'all probably get tired of that, right? But I like to show you what I'm doing to try. When you get older, sometimes you have to do things to try to make up for all the ignorance when you're younger and you're doing bad things. My mom always used to say, go ahead and do those things, honey, when you're younger, but you know what? You're going to pay for it when you get older. And unfortunately, some of that is true. So then I pour it in my mug. Get all that out. I do have some in the bowl, so I'm gonna turn my back. I'm gonna go to the kettle and put more hot water in this, and then I'll be right back. Hold on. So I'm gonna I don't know if you can hear me from way over there, but I'm gonna try to make sure I get all this matcha out, because this is valuable stuff. And I'm going to use this hot water anyway to put in my mug. So I'll just go up my mug until I get to the place where I'm going to put my heavy cream. About like that. And if you want to put some kind of sweetener in there, you can. Like I said, I'm going to put my collagen in there first. Get that out. You can see I'm very knowledgeable about the camera. Make sure I get a full scoop. Put that in there. Yay! Okay. And then I'm going to take my spoon and dissolve that collagen. And sometimes after I get all this stuff mixed up and I put my heavy cream in there, then I'll put it in the microwave. And I know microwaves are not all this best, especially if you're trying to be healthy, but I still use my microwave. Haven't quite cut those ties yet. And I like my coffee, or I use the matcha in place of coffee, hot. A lot of people like it iced or latte with ice. In the summertime, you know, if you're drinking, depends on what time of day you're drinking it. I imagine if you're drinking matcha in the afternoon or while you're working outside, iced matcha would be the way to go. But since it's been raining almost every single day here and the mosquitoes are killer, since my injury, I haven't really been going out and doing a lot. I haven't been able to garden this year, but so I don't know if you can see that, pretty and green. I want to put just a little bit of cane sugar. I know, but just a little bit. I could put honey in there, but I don't have that much honey left, and I'm saving honey for my bread making. Okay, so I'm going to undo my kettle because I always unplug it, push it back, put my light back on there. I like to sort of do things as I go, like cleaning and different things, because it just saves me time. I'm going to put about a good teaspoon in there, maybe a little bit more. And then I'm going to top it with some heavy whipping cream. I found a good recipe on online about making my own. I got another one of these in the refrigerator, and once I'm out, I'm going to try to make my own heavy whipping cream. But the heavy whipping cream doesn't seem to bother. It doesn't really increase my weight gain as much as using whole milk. So I really love whole milk, but whole milk doesn't really love me. So, well, it does. It helps me gain weight. So that way, and I'll just put this in a microwave while I'll show you my other breakfast. And I'm going to cancel that and put it for about a minute in my microwave. Okay. Since I'm trying to be good, guys, I'm drinking matcha this morning, right? When you get eggs, whether you get it from your own hens or from the store, so I always like to boil maybe 6 or 7 of them to use in different things, like maybe tuna fish or potato salad, or I can't have the potatoes, but if you can. So I'm having 1 boiled egg. I'm having some sprouts this morning. This is like a broccoli mixture, a power blend, if you will. And then I'm having a piece, and I'll show you. My bread came out really good. This is a honey. Let's see if I can say it all, because this is my own recipe. I took a basic recipe that I found and I added to it. And it makes 2 loaves. But I fresh mill my flour. And then I put a fresh milled sourdough in it. I put sprouted oats, protein powder, and it is yummy. Usually I'll make a cinnamon toast, but since I had that yesterday, this is just a butter piece of toast, and I sprinkled some roasted black sesame seeds on it. Yes, I love these things. These have got more nutritional powerhouse. I don't basically, and I guess why I do all these things, I basically don't do a regular multivitamin unless I have to. I try to get a lot of my nutrition from the different things. It helps me to try to stay focused on eating healthy. But those are my reasons for drinking matcha, why I'm drinking it. I've had some sun damage. I live in Florida, and I've had some sun damage. I was burnt all the time. We camped out every summer and swam and was at the beach from morning to dark. And so over the years of being a child and getting just plain out burnt all over, You deal with some sun damage when you get older. And so I'm doing things to help, not really necessarily hoping that it could help reverse it, but to help the best that I can, right? Like broccoli sprouts are great. It's got sulfur in it for cancer preventative. There's a lot of benefits to sprouts and beef organs and wholemeal sourdough bread and matcha. So, all right, that's the best I could do this morning. I hope you have a wonderful breakfast. Maybe tell me what you're having in the comments, and what are you doing, and what are you trying to accomplish by drinking matcha or anything else. And I'll talk to you later. All right, bye.